Thank you so much, Peyton. 9:05, and right now 3 parishes are under a mandatory parish-wide evacuation. One of those is St. Charles Parish. This morning, Parish President Matthew Jewell is joining us more with some of the preparations they've got going on. First, I want to ask you about those evacuation orders. Are people taking those seriously down there in St. Charles Parish?
Yeah, I believe that many of our residents are taking those orders seriously. In fact, yesterday, before we even called our recommended evacuation, I already had people who I know calling me, letting me know that they were going to go ahead and be proactive and get out of the way of the storm. So we are seeing people leave. Obviously, there are going to be people who stay. And for those people, we want them to expect the possibility that we could be without power for up to a week or more, and that with that would come interrupted services in sewer and water. Obviously, we're going to do whatever we can to keep those services running. But when you have no power throughout the parish, that can be really a difficult task to do without interruption.
And as you look at the forecast right now, Matthew, what are some of your biggest concerns for your parish?
Well, obviously, we're well within the cone of uncertainty here, and it's important to know that when we make our decisions here at the EOC to do a mandatory evacuation, we don't do it lightly, and we do it based off of the best information that we can get from the National Weather Service and our local forecasters as well. So we understand that one slight little wobble to the east really puts us in a very, very bad position, and really causes a lot of damage throughout the parish. So we had to make that decision, and we had to do it with enough time to allow people to get out of the parish and to allow people who needed to be evacuated who didn't have the means to be evacuated to utilize our assisted evacuation.
And what type of preparations are being done in St. Charles Parish right now as we have a few hours before this storm makes landfall?
Yeah, so since pretty much Thursday, we've been doing some storm preparations, putting out HESCO baskets along Lower des Allemands. We'll be putting out tiger dams along Battle Lane and Bayegosh Road today, just to bolster some of the lower portions of our levee system on the West Bank. And to answer your previous question, the main concern that we're having obviously is dangerous winds that could topple trees and bring power outages. We're also worried about storm surge. We're looking to potentially up to 15 feet of storm surge in a worst case scenario. Do I think we'll get 15 feet? No, I'm not as confident that we'll get 15 feet, but you just can't take that chance. And we know that our hurricane protection levy on the West Bank is at +7.5. So we have to make that call to evacuate people out of harm's way. So, and we understand that the storm surge is probably going to be with us for several days after the storm as it moves up and that wind is still blowing from south to north. Additionally, when you have the potential for 10+ inches of rain and even more rain in Baton Rouge, we understand that the basin that goes along by des Allemands goes pretty much all the way up to Donaldsonville, and that we will be receiving a lot of rain coming south, trying to drain out of that basin, while we also have a south wind. That's just a bad combination for us on the West Bank, especially in the des Allemands area.
Yeah, and if the parish got 15 feet of storm surge, could the parish handle that? And what kind of problems might you see if you've got that storm surge coupled with any excess rain as well?
We would definitely see overtopping of our levees. So obviously we do have some pumping capacity to be able to pump out water that overtops our levees. But if you're looking at 15 foot of storm surge and you only have 7.5 foot of protection, you can see where it would be pretty tough to keep up with that, no matter how many pumps you have.
All right, Matthew Jewell there at St. Charles Parish with some great information for us. Thank you so much.